Hello, this is Roshni Venugopal. You are 14 CS121 and this is my third experiment of system software and compiler. In this experiment, we will be dealing with macroprocessor. So basically a macroprocessor, whenever it sees the macro call, it will expand the macro definition, whatever has been given in the program. And so this is the sample input and output that is required. So first of all, let us see what is there in the program. Now in the program, first we will take the number of lines as input from the user. So in this case we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 lines as input, and then the number of lines will be saved in the integer no. Now the input will be taken from the user line by line, and then each line will be stored in the ch array. Now ch array, so this is using the for loop, we will take the input from the user and store it in, each line will be stored in ch array. Now here we have given a for loop in which we will be doing all we will storing the values of functions and values into separate arrays based on the defined statement that has been given, etc. Now for example here the for loop goes from 0 to the no, that is no is equal to 7 as we saw in this program. And then what it is doing is in each for loop the character array, the ch will be stored in a string str1. Now str1 is a string. Over here we can see that it is a string, so it will be stored in string and then split according to the spaces that however is there. So that input will be split. For example, here we are giving hash define space add space bracket space x space bracket, so each one will get stored. Now what we are doing is that in the ch1 array we are storing the string, the first line. So for here we are for example we are storing the first line according to the spaces that has been given. Now if ch1 of 0 dot equals hash define, for example over here it is equal to hash define, therefore this if loop if statement will be executed. Now if it is not hash define, for example over here, then it will go to the next if and check the condition. But since it is equal, it has been satisfied. Let us see what it does. Now it will check, first what it will check is if it is a function or it is a value assignment for an integer, or for that matter any variable. So if ch1 of 2, that is 1 2 0 1 2, over here it is the second is having add, but then if it is having bracket open parentheses, that means it is a value assignment. So if it is a value assignment, we will in a macro new array we will store the variable, and in this in the next corresponding array block we will store the value also. So this is what it does. And if it is a function, that is else statement, if it is a function, for example in this case what it will do is macro of x is equal to 0 to ch1 length. So this entire thing will be get stored in macro array. So this is what this statement does. Now the next one, what it is checking is if it is equal to, if ch1 0 is equal to macro, that is equals macro of 1. Now macro of 1 contains x, for example if it contains x or add, then what it will do is in the para 1 array it will transfer all the values from ch1 to para array. So this is what it does. Now basically we are copying the arguments into another array. Now in this set of lines we will replace the parameters by the arguments. So here what we are doing is, while macro of b equals to open parentheses, so macro still contains the values that we have given from the first line, that is define line. So over here until it reaches a close parentheses, what it will do is in the string 2 array in the string 2 the str2 it will store b plus 1, that is the and the parameter will be stored. So each parameter inside the parentheses will be taken and stored into str2. And then what we are doing is, in macro, wherever str2 is encountered, it will be replaced by the parameter array, the parameters, and then this is what this line does. And in the next one we are seeing, wherever the macro is macro line, that is this line, is encountered with an equal, we know that here is where the definition has been given. So for the definition, we are storing the definition inside a result array. So this is what this set of lines does. Now since we have saved all the parameters, the function name, and where what is the definition of the function we have stored. Now we will look into the output. In the output, the first thing what we are doing is, we are splitting this str1, that is str1 contains the character ch1 array. Now here we know that ch1 array, it contains the original, the string, that is the first line or the second line, that is line by line input is there in ch1 array. So in ch1 array, now in ch1 array, what we are doing is, we are splitting according to the spaces, and then ch of 0, if it contains definition, that hash define, then it will continue the loop, that is it will again go to the for loop, and then this will be executed. Now this is done so that in the expanded program we do not have the hash define line, that is why this is done. Now what we are doing is, next, the else if statement. In the else if statement, we will check if it contains equals para of ch0 equals para of 0, and then if it is equal, then what we are through a for loop, we are just printing the result, whatever we had stored in the res array. So this is what this does. And then that is for values. So wherever the values has been declared, it is if you remember, we stored it in res array, that has been displayed here. Now the next one, the last one, is for the whenever the functions. And the functions, for example, over here, whenever a function is being called add of a, what it will do is, it will call this, that is it will go and check wherever this has been stored, the definition of the function has been stored. And for example, over here chk is having the definition, ch1 is having the definition, so it will replace the parameters by the argument that has been given in the program. For example, here it is a, so a will be replaced over here. So this is what this set of lines does. Now I will run the program and show it to you. The first, it is asking number of lines, that is 7, and then we have to give the definitions x. Now since it is splitting according to the spaces, that is why we have to give space between each letter. Now hash include stdio.h, after that void main. So void main stdio.h, all this will be printed as such. But where the difference comes is, wherever we get the parameter values, the function is called. So here the function has been called, for example like this, the function has been called. So here the output has been shown. So hash include stdio.h, that is this has been copied as such, void main has been copied as such, and then int a is equal to 0, a is equal to 10 has copied as such. But when the function is encountered, it will go here, and the values will be the argument value will be replaced in place of the parameters. So this is my lab experiment number 3. Thank you.